Hello, good day to you. It's GotAUkulele review day, and we're back quite quickly with a brand I hadn't featured before until a few weeks ago, and we've got another one from them. That brand is a brand called Freshman. They're a UK brand who make value or put out a range of value guitars and ukuleles that are made in the Far East. A few weeks ago I looked at one of their concerts, which played really well, sounded nice, but I couldn't get over the looks of it. The looks were just really jarring with me. This week we go up to a Tenor, and this one's got very distinctive looks too, but actually it's grown on me. And this is their UKASH-TE Tenor ukulele, and I've never seen a body of a ukulele use this wood before, because it's all laminate, but that's an outer veneer of ash. Now, ash is a wood that's really revered for use in electric guitars because it's heavy, it's dense, it's very good for channeling vibrations, but you don't tend to see it in acoustic instruments because of that same reason. It's dense and heavy. But of course, this being laminate, it's only ash on the outside, and it's got a really striking grain pattern. When I first opened the box I didn't like it, but it's really grown on me. I actually do like it, and I think it's going to look very distinctive. I'm sorry about the shadows here. It's going to look very different. It doesn't look like anything I've seen before, and I quite like it for that. So we've got two pieces of ash on the top, two pieces of ash on a really arched back. I love the back of this, not quite so distinctive on the back, and two pieces on the side as well, which has also got some nice swirly grain pattern to it as well. It's an open pore satin, which means you can actually feel, let alone see, this grain. I do like open pore finishes, but I think this is a bit overdone because that grain is so deep, if you like. I think it would look better if it was all gloss, but I'm nitpicking. We've got a standard tie bar bridge made of rosewood with what looks like a mahogany trim in it, covering the screws, and that's holding a bone straight topped saddle. Decoration wise, we've got this quite classy looking cream edge binding to the top and back with black and white purfling on the top and a laser etched motif around the sound hole. Unlike that concert, it's not jarring, it works together well. I think it looks classy. Yeah, I rather like it actually. Looking inside, pretty neat and tidy, no real mess. Again, unlike the concert, no back bracing because of that massive arch on the back. Really neat notched linings. The laminate though is very thick. It's thick old laminate this, which isn't usually good for resonance or projection. What you've also spied as I've been turning it around is that this comes with a pre-fitted pickup system. So we've got a pickup system here with EQ, tuner, and jack socket down here. I don't like ukuleles with pickup systems that come pre-fitted because of all of this. Having that in the side of ukulele adds unnecessary wiring, unnecessary weight. I think it looks ugly, and you just don't need it. A passive pickup with a strip underneath the saddle into an amplifier or into a preamp and then into an amplifier is all you need. So I think this is just overkill. I'd rather it was without, or I would rather it was just a passive. Passive pickups just sound better because they don't have all the extra wiring that you need. These tend to sound muddy and unclear. I also don't like jack sockets that are fitted there because that's attached into the laminate and not the strong tail block. And trust me, I have seen with my own eyes somebody who had a jack socket here, cable in it, the cable got snagged, and it pulled the socket out, leaving a gaping hole in the base of their ukulele. That's a horrible place to put it. On the plus side, it's not using a big 9-volt battery, it's using a cell battery, which should help with weight, but I still don't like them. There we are. I'd rather they did it without. Maybe they do. Up to the neck, it's very pale, 3 pieces of mahogany with a joint here at the headstock. Very Chinese in profile, rounded on the back, which I don't like, but thankfully it's got a really generous 38mm nut width with about 29 between the G and the A strings. That's really comfortable up there. It's topped with a rosewood fingerboard, which is in nice condition, and it's also classily bound with this cream edge binding. I think cream edge binding against a dark rosewood looks terrific, and I think it works really well here. Standard 18 nickel silver frets, 14 to the body. They're really dressed nicely because of that binding. And you get outward position dots at 5, 7, 10, double at 12, one at 15, one at 17. And they are repeated with black contrasting dots on the side. All very good. Beyond the bone nut, the setup on this is very good. There's nothing wrong with the nut at all. If anything, the saddle setup's a bit low, but it's not buzzing, so I'm not complaining. I'd probably take it up a bit myself. And we got up to the Freshman 3-pointed crown headstock. It's really plain. They've faced it with a bit more of the ash, but why they didn't put some really contrasting ash on that, I don't know. The Freshman logo is laser etched and nice and neat. Like the concert, I don't like these tuners. They're generic chrome gears with ugly. Look at the size of the plastic buttons. They're just all wrong. And look, Freshmen clearly have a problem putting tuners on, because the concert was like this as well. This one's out of line with the others. So is that one, actually. That one. Aquila strings, padded gig bag, very functional, plain padded gig bag. And what really surprised me about this, bear in mind, yes, I know it's a laminate instrument, but it's a tenor, it's got a pickup system, it's got nice appointments like the binding and the bound edges on the fingerboard. I'm seeing these for about £120, if not less, on stores. That's an absolute bargain. And it is made pretty well, and I do like the distinctive looks. Yeah, I'm saying I don't like the pickup system, I don't like the tuners, but otherwise there's not much I don't like about it, actually, other than the fact that that laminate's pretty thick. But we'll see how it sounds. It's actually light, considering it's got this pickup system in it. It's nice and balanced too. It feels actually pretty resonant, so what am I saying? Yeah, not a lot to dislike. And it has got bags of volume and bags of sustain. Sustain. Loads of sustain. I can feel it vibrating into my chest. This is a good thing. It's brighter than I'd expect for a tenor. A lot of people like tenors because they're a bit mellower in sound and rounder. I don't know what's causing that. It's laminate, so it's not a tone wood characteristic, but it's bright, but I like it for that. It's kind of jangly. Strummed is a lot of fun. Now it does get a little bit muddy there and mixed between the strings. You're not really picking them out individually, but that creates a jangle, which I do like. Really pleasant. Sounds more like a concert to me, but a concert with loads of sustain. Yeah, I like that. Fingerpicked isn't, it's not bad. It's just a bit more one-dimensional, and it shows its laminate construction because it's not earth-shattering, but the sustain's nice. Yeah, I like that. It's much nicer than the concert I looked at. Looks-wise, it sounds better. It sounds not like a tenor, but I don't think that's a bad thing. It's bright, it's loud, it's got good sustain, it gets a good score. It was nice to get this one on. The Freshman UKASH-TE Ash laminate tenor ukulele with pickup system, 120 quid in the UK. That's a bit of a bargain. Rather like this one. Back next week, something really unusual coming for you. I can't wait to do the one next week. But anyway, not wishing to steal the thunder of this. This is good work from Freshman, and I'd recommend this one. See you very soon. Bye-bye.